Hi, we're here today with Vit Jedlicka, who's the president of Liberland. Vit, thanks for taking the time to speak to us today.
Can you tell us to be here on Cyprus with you guys?
Can you tell us more about how the project began?
It started on 13th of April 2015. It was a great social gathering, and it's amazing that more than 500,000 people already applied for citizenship of Liberland. And it's easy. We are just aiming to be the freest and the friendliest new country on this planet, and we are doing a quite good job in implementing the latest blockchain technologies and implementing the latest ideas how a free society should be organized.
Brilliant. Now, I researched your political beliefs and they could be best described as libertarian. How did you become, or was there a certain person who you aspired to follow?
I think probably the most inspiring person was Frédéric Bastiat, an amazing author, a French author that wrote this book, The Law, which was an enlightening experience for me to read when I was very young. It explained me what's wrong exactly about the political systems that we are living in. That it has become, actually, the law has become a tool of greed of politicians rather than a form of protection for citizens. And I decided to do my best to change it and come up with a systematic change, either political or educational, and now on the state level, that will inflict the biggest change.
Fantastic. Some may describe Liberland as a state based upon the anarchist ideology. How would you come back to them about this?
That's not true. We are a minarchist society. We believe that the state should take care only about security, justice and diplomacy. And we are actually thinking how we could decentralize justice system right now. That's the biggest topic of the day. And also how to decentralize the security. And we would like to Uberize the police and make it more efficient.
Now, you have diplomatic relations with Somaliland. How do the mechanics of this begin? How do you actually begin negotiations and diplomacy?
Somaliland is an interesting country, very free market oriented, actually larger than United Kingdom, very secure. And it was an interesting meeting there for us because, of course, Somaliland is striving for international recognition as well. They fulfill all the criteria of statehood, yet they don't have it yet. And we thought that it might be a great alliance between us, Liberland, of course, that is very well connected in the space of blockchain industry, of innovative fintech solutions, and Somaliland, which is in Africa, sitting on enormous resources. And I can tell you the partnership works just fine. I would say it is a very fruitful partnership, and I see a great future for it.
Fantastic. How does one go about selecting a national anthem or a national flag?
Well, right now it's easy. There are multiple on YouTube. Just choose your favorite one. And the first one, of course, is my dearest, but there is a great amount of artists around Liberland that are creating anthems almost on a monthly basis.
Okay, we all appreciate that there is a lot of friction between Serbia and Croatia. Do you feel that Liberland could work as a positive force for good?
Oh, definitely. We are building up a very neutral position in international relations, and we believe that Liberland could be this place where states could settle their disputes. So not just commerce, but also very neutral diplomatic territory, which will bring prosperity and peace to the whole region.
Liberland is also based upon a floodplain. How do you look to remedy this with your infrastructure?
Well, we are building everything right now as a floating objects. So if you come to Liberland, you will find a bunch of houseboats. We are also sorting out the security problem with Croatia, which sometimes enters our territory unauthorized. So we are making sure that people are protected by the Danube River right now, and that we will sort out the political situation with Croatia later.
Great. So to achieve, to get your passport as such, or citizenship, it costs 5,000 merits or around 5,000 USD. What do I get for my money?
Well, you become the citizen of the newest and freest country on this planet. You're supporting a state, I think, which you can believe in. And also it's a great social gathering. You know, right now the ecosystem of companies is growing, so you become also e-resident. You will be able to use the services, start companies, register your property. Also you can get a passport of Liberland later. So it is something which has begun in a very small scale. We thought that it might be maybe like 20,000 people at the beginning, and now it's a 500,000 people nation.
Taxation is seen as optional. How does this work? Is it an a la carte menu, or you just completely opt out if you wish to?
The new website was just launched, and you can actually choose the project that you want to contribute to directly. And not just that, you actually get shares of the Liberland, of the country itself, that you use as your voting right in a second round. So I think we are fundamentally improving the relation between the state and the citizen. It's not just voluntary, but you're also becoming a shareholder of the country you're living in.
Fantastic. How do you select a minister?
Well, right now, of course, we select the most qualified and most eager people to take on the post, and I'm very pleased about the team that was formed. Those are all former diplomats or former financial experts that have taken the places, but our number of ministries is very limited. We have only 4 of them. We want to make sure that Liberland government is as small as possible.
Okay, well-renowned American politician Ron Paul, who is obviously a libertarian, has a passport from Liberland. Has this helped Liberland get a lot of traction in this sort of fit with the libertarian movement?
Not just passport. 2 days ago I met him in Mexico and he was awarded the highest state award, the Liberland Order of Merit. And of course he is a great supporter of liberty, and I would say he is also a good friend of Liberland.
And finally, from what I understand, Liberland is incredibly business-friendly. If you want to open up a hedge fund, a bank or a business, is this the place to go to now as opposed to Monaco, Cyprus, Liechtenstein, etc.?
Definitely, we are the new Monaco, new Liechtenstein of Europe, and I think we will for a long time be the leaders in this perspective. The amount of regulation that Liberland has implemented can be counted on your hands. And they're all couple pages documents, not million pages documents. Of course, we make sure there are not criminals operating in our jurisdiction. We do KYC, actually, know your citizen policy for every single person that applies. But that doesn't mean that we have to have millions of pages of regulation for every single financial product.
And finally, if I was to open up a hedge fund, for example, in Liberland, how would I go about this? This is via your website?
Of course, you can go to liberland.ltd and open up your company. In around a month from now, you will be able to directly open the decentralized autonomous organization as a company in Liberland. You will be able to link it with other jurisdictions through this blockchain. So that's something exciting that is coming up. And of course, if you're dealing with crypto, and I, of course, encourage everybody to deal in crypto, you don't have any problem with banking.
Awesome. Well, President, thank you very much for our first head of state, and thanks, everyone.